Super Bowl 59 is officially in the books, and the 2024-2025 NFL season is officially over. And oh my God, this was the worst Super Bowl I have ever seen in my lifetime. Not only because of the fact that I got molested, literally molested, the Philadelphia Eagles took me, flipped me over, spread my ass cheeks, and stuck their big Philly dick right inside of my asshole. That's how badly I got fucked by the Eagles in this Super Bowl, which we're going to go over all my losses and how bad my prediction video aged. Oh my God. But genuinely, this was the worst Super Bowl I have ever seen. Ever. And I don't necessarily mean just by game standard, right? The game itself was not the worst one I've seen in my lifetime. I would say this would be the second worst game I've ever seen in my lifetime, right behind that Broncos versus Seahawks Super Bowl, whatever it was, 10, 11 years ago, when the Denver Broncos just got annihilated by Seattle. In terms of game-wise, this was the second worst game. When I say this is the worst Super Bowl in general, I mean as a whole. Take all three combinations into account, which is the game, the commercials, and the halftime show. The game was atrocious. It was horrible. We'll get into the analysis of the game. That's obviously why you're all here. The commercials were awful. I mean, some of the worst Super Bowl commercials I have ever seen. The fact that there are some companies that justified spending $8 million on a 30-second commercial to fumble the bag this badly is an absolute fucking embarrassment. Some of these commercials I remember watching and thinking to myself, should I be on acid right now? Like, some of these commercials need to be enjoyed when you're on psychedelics. I'm like, should I go fucking take some psychedelics? What the fuck? I remember the Mountain Dew commercial. I think it was the Seal one. That one was super weird. Super weird. And I think it was the Nerds one, the candy one. That was so bad. It was so strange. You had to be on acid to enjoy those commercials. I don't know what the fuck some of these companies are doing. They fumble the bag. And the third component, the halftime show, not the worst one I've seen. I've seen worse, but not the best either. I think in the long term it's going to be forgotten. Nothing really special. No real cool dance moves. No real big moments besides Kendrick smiling at the camera, saying, "Hey Drake, I heard you like I'm young." Oh my God, he said Drake's a pedophile, big deal. And I'm not even a big Drake fan or a Kendrick fan. But overall, three components combined, the game, the commercial, and the show were dog shit. All three of them. And this was the worst Super Bowl I have ever seen in my life. Let's start with the main component of the Super Bowl, the most important component of the Super Bowl, and the one you're all here to watch. The game itself. It was not close. There was no point during this entire game in which the Chiefs genuinely had a chance. Yes, the Chiefs are the comeback kids. Yeah, you could have thought they really had a chance at some point early, maybe first quarter, early second quarter. But by halftime, it was over. And you could see it was over. It was 24-0. 24-0 at halftime. That's how badly the Eagles were beating the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes was running for his fucking life in that pocket. The man was doing a dance recital. He was doing a dance recital. That's how bad it was for Patrick Mahomes. He looked like fucking Happy Feet out there. I thought he was fucking Caleb the way he was dancing in that pocket. And he was getting his ass sacked every goddamn moment. The Eagles defense was the real MVP of this Super Bowl. You can give all the credit to Jalen Hurts, which we're going to get into Jalen Hurts. I owe him an apology, and I'll give him my apology. I know some of you are waiting for that. But the Eagles defense was the MVP by far. First, it started off with the white Jackie Robinson, the NFL's Jackie Robinson, Cooper DeJean, reading Patrick Mahomes' eyes absolutely perfectly. And I mean, this read was unbelievable. What a play by Cooper DeJean. He read that pass, picked it off, house call, pick six on Patty Mahomes in the Super Bowl. And then that second interception by Zach Bond, which was in Chiefs' own territory, like way in their own territory, to set up another touchdown. I think it was the one to make them go up 24-0 before halftime, was the icing on the cake. After that moment, after Patty threw that interception to Bond, it was over. It was absolutely over. We could sit here and now analyze the second half, but who the fuck cares about the second half? The reality was that the Chiefs got absolutely brutally killed. Eagles did whatever the fuck they wanted to them the entire game. And the saddest part about it is, offensively speaking, the Eagles didn't dominate the way they normally did. Saquon didn't have that great of a game. He had a good game, but not the Saquon type of games we've seen this season. This game was won on the back of Jalen Hurts offensively and also the receiving core. It's so interesting. It's like Steve Spagnuolo said, we're going to stop Saquon Barkley, but we're going to let everybody else do their thing. Strange. Like, you did well stopping Saquon, but did you forget A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith existed? Which, by the way, that Devonta Smith touchdown, that deep ball from Jalen Hurts was absolutely beautiful. It would be my play of the game if not for that Cooper DeJean pick six. That was a beautiful throw. An absolute dagger in my heart when I watched it. I'm sure you guys know I had a lot of money on Chiefs and I lost a lot of money on Chiefs. But that was beautiful. That was such a good play. God damn it. What's his name? Jalen Hurts. That was fucking amazing. And since we're already on the topic, I'm going to give an apology to Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense, but specifically Jalen Hurts. I was very, very critical about him this entire playoff run. I think I pick against the Eagles quite often in this playoff run. Definitely when they played the Rams. Definitely when they played Washington. Definitely when they played the Chiefs. And also when they I picked against the Eagles every fucking round. Wow. Yeah, because I had Packers in the wild card. I had Rams in the divisional. I had Washington in the conference. And I had Kansas City in the... I apologize, Eagles. I'm going to give a big apology to the Philadelphia Eagles and all the Philadelphia Eagles fans. I know we got quite a few of them. Congratulations to you guys. You did amazing. But back on topic. Jalen Hurts. I was very critical about you. Specifically about your ability to pass the ball. And in this game, you prove me wrong. You prove me wrong. What's that word or that acronym Jalen Hurts has? Let a naysayer know. Something like that. Let a naysayer know. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm a naysayer, and he let me know. God damn it, Jalen Hurts. What an absolute fantastic performance. Absolutely fantastic performance. You balled out in this game. You were the MVP. You deserve the MVP. It was unbelievable how well you played and how well that Eagles offense played. Kellen Moore did a great job. The coordinators, too, I got to give a lot of credit. Vance Joseph had never beaten the Kansas City Chiefs. Vance Joseph had been in the NFL since fucking John F. Kennedy got assassinated, and he had not won shit. And now he's finally won a Super Bowl. Great job by Vance Joseph. Great job by Kellen Moore. Great job by Nick Sirianni. Even though he could be an idiot at times, he did well coaching this team. And whoever prepared them, whether it was Joseph, whether it was Sirianni, they prepared very, very well. They ate that Kansas City Chiefs offense alive, and they could not do a fucking thing. Kansas City Chiefs barely got the ball past midfield, if at all, in the first half. It was insane how badly they got shut down in that first half. And the game was over at halftime. 24-0, it was over at halftime. The Eagles flat out outplayed the Kansas City Chiefs every which way. Were the Chiefs that bad the entire season, or did they just have a collapse? I believe they collapsed. I don't think they were that bad this entire season. And I know that's a little bit of a controversial statement because there's a lot of black magic Chiefs wins that you can argue they did not deserve, which, by the way, I will be ranking all the Kansas City Chiefs black magic wins eventually, so stay tuned for that. But I believe the Kansas City Chiefs deserve to be here. They played well enough. And they just fell short of NFL history. I wish we did see it, but unfortunately we didn't. Now, I'm sure you guys all want to hear about this because kind of the reason this video is kind of late is because I literally had to cope with this loss. I don't necessarily get affected that badly by gambling losses, but damn it, this one affected me because of how bad it was. Not necessarily monetary, like the actual money-wise, But the actual fact that I gave out no winning picks, go back and watch that video. Every fucking pick I gave was a fucking L. Every single pick I gave was a fat L. What an embarrassment that was. I apologize. If you tailed my picks, I am sorry. And number two, why the fuck are you tailing my picks? At this point, you should have learned I'm a fat fucking loser. Here, I'll put up the L. I put up the L. I'm a fat fucking loser. That was atrocious by me. I had Kansas City Chiefs money line. What an embarrassment that was. They got murdered. I had Juju Smith-Schuster over on the receiving yards. He didn't get that shit. He was actually the closest to getting my bet to hit, but he didn't get that shit. And I had Kareem Hunt, I think over 50 rushing and receiving yards and over 70 or something like that rushing and receiving yards. I don't know if I gave that out, but I definitely gave out over 50 rushing and receiving yards. And this motherfucker had like less than 20. I don't know Kareem Hunt, what was he doing out there, but this motherfucker was doing cardio. Holy shit. And the cherry on top, I didn't bet this like I said I wasn't gonna, but my lean for the game was the under. Mind you, the over-under in this game was like 48 and a half. The fucking Eagles scored 40 points on their own. What a shit show by me. I got molested. I got my ass handed to me. The Philadelphia Eagles have been whooping me all fucking playoff long. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles to becoming the Super Bowl 59 Super Bowl champions. Second Super Bowl in franchise history. What is that? Second Super Bowl in 7 years, right? 7 years? Yeah. Congratulations to Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I feel bad for the city of Philadelphia because I've seen pictures of Philadelphia and damn it, it looks like Gotham fucking City out there. It looks like Gotham City. Somebody needs to call Batman because these motherfuckers are burning the city down. Cars are just getting destroyed. Lamps, stop signs, fucking everything. Street signs. Oh my God. Those poor taxpayers in Philly who don't care about football. Oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord. If you live in Philly, congratulations on that taxes, because that shit's going up after what happened in this fucking Super Bowl. In any case, great job by the Philadelphia Eagles outplaying the Kansas City Chiefs. Unfortunately, it wasn't a good game. It was a very boring game. Chiefs were never in it. And overall, the worst Super Bowl I had ever seen in my lifetime. If you combine all three factors, the fact that the game was horrible, commercials were horrible, and the halftime show itself was extremely mediocre. Let me know your thoughts on this Super Bowl, and I mean everything, the game itself, the commercials, the halftime show, and also feel free to clown me in the comment section. I deserve it. I deserve it. Clown me for fading the Eagles every single round of this playoffs, and clown me for the losing picks I gave out in my Super Bowl prediction video, because I deserve to be flamed for that awful performance. It's been an absolutely fantastic football season. Sorry this video came out a little bit late. I had to cope, but stay tuned because there's going to be more football content. We're now in basketball season. There's going to be more basketball content. I'm going to be live streaming more. More content is coming. This is only just the beginning. Don't let football season ending discourage you. Stay tuned for more content.